Imagine walking into your home in 2026, and the air itself seems to respond to your presence before you even utter a single word. This isn't a scene from a sci-fi blockbuster. This is the reality Apple is quietly engineering behind closed doors. For over 5 years, the tech giant has left its most popular smart speaker, the HomePod Mini, untouched, leaving it stuck in the hardware era of 2020. But as we sit here today, a massive wave of internal supply chain leaks and code names like B525 have pulled back the curtain on a device that is about to change everything we know about the smart home. The HomePod Mini 2 isn't just a minor refresh or a collection of new colors. It is a total brain transplant. Apple is preparing to drop a device that finally merges their world-class audio engineering with the untapped power of Apple Intelligence, effectively turning a simple $99 speaker into the most advanced AI hub ever conceived for the average consumer. If you've been looking at your current smart speaker and wondering why it still struggles with basic commands or feels disconnected from your digital life, the wait is almost over. This is the deep dive into the leaks, the technology, and the strategic shift that makes the HomePod Mini 2 the most anticipated piece of tech in the Apple ecosystem this year. To understand why the HomePod Mini 2 is such a massive deal, we first have to look at the brain that will be powering this operation. For years, the smart speaker market has been dominated by devices that rely almost entirely on the cloud. When you ask a question, your voice is recorded, sent to a server, processed, and sent back. This creates the frustrating lag and the dreaded "I'm having trouble connecting to the internet" response that we've all grown to hate. But the HomePod Mini 2 is rumored to be shipping with the S10 silicon chip, a massive leap from the aging S5 chip in the original model. This isn't just about speed. The S10 is a specialized engine designed for on-device AI. This means that for the first time, Siri won't need to phone home for every single request. Imagine instant, zero-latency responses for your smart home lights, your music, and your daily schedule. This is the birth of Siri 2.0, a version of Apple's assistant that actually understands context, remembers your previous requests, and acts more like a personal assistant than a voice-activated remote. The leaks suggest that this on-device processing will allow the HomePod Mini 2 to handle complex tasks that were previously impossible, such as summarizing your emails while you brew your morning coffee or coordinating your smart home scenes based on the specific tone of your voice. But the upgrades aren't just limited to the internal processors. Apple is also overhauling the way these devices communicate with each other. The introduction of the N1 networking chip and the U2 ultra-wideband chip within the HomePod Mini 2 is set to fix the device not responding nightmare that has plagued HomeKit users for years. We are looking at a future where Handoff 2.0 becomes a seamless reality. You'll be able to walk from your car into your living room, and your podcast will transition from your iPhone to your HomePod Mini 2 with pinpoint accuracy, recognizing exactly which room you are in and which speaker is closest to you. The N1 chip brings Wi-Fi 6E support, opening up the 6 GHz band for the speaker, which means less interference from your neighbor's router and a much more stable connection for your high-resolution audio streaming. This is critical because Apple is also rumored to be pushing the boundaries of what a small speaker can do acoustically. Internal reports suggest a complete acoustic overhaul, including a new high-excursion driver and improved passive radiators. While the original Mini was praised for its sound quality, given its size, the Gen 2 is aiming to dominate the small speaker category by introducing room sensing technology previously reserved for the full-sized HomePod. This allows the speaker to bounce sound waves off your walls to map the room, automatically adjusting its EQ to ensure the music sounds perfect, whether it's tucked in a corner or sitting on a kitchen island. Now, let's talk about the features that Apple hasn't officially announced, but have been spotted in the deep layers of their software code. One of the most shocking leaks is a secret security mode. According to supply chain insiders, the HomePod Mini 2Y will be able to act as a pro-grade home security sensor. Using its advanced microphone array and the S10 chip's neural engine, the speaker can listen for specific frequencies like breaking glass, a smoke alarm, or even a water leak. But it goes further. There are whispers that the HomePod Mini 2 will integrate with Apple's upcoming home security camera, acting as the ears for the system. If the speaker detects an unusual sound while you're away, it can trigger your cameras to record and send an instant notification to your iPhone with a transcript of what it heard. This turns a simple music player into a vital part of your home safety net. And for those who care about the aesthetic, the leaks regarding the 2026 color lineup are stunning. While we expect the classic white and midnight, Apple is reportedly testing a deep crimson and a sage green that align with their modern design language, making these speakers look as much like home decor as they do technology. The big question on everyone's mind, however, is the release date. Originally, many expected a launch in late 2025, but the latest intelligence from Bloomberg and Ming-Chi Kuo suggests that Apple has intentionally tied the launch of the HomePod Mini 2 to the full rollout of the new Siri and Apple Intelligence. Because the hardware is so dependent on these software breakthroughs, Apple is waiting until the ecosystem is perfect. Current trackers point to a massive spring 2026 event, likely in late March, where the HomePod Mini 2 will be unveiled alongside the new iPad 12th Gen and potentially a refreshed Mac Mini. There is even a possibility that we see it debut alongside a brand new product category, the HomePad, a smart display that would use the HomePod Mini 2 as its satellite speakers. Despite all these massive upgrades, the most incredible part of the leak is the price. Apple is reportedly fighting to keep the $99 sweet spot. They know that to win the smart home war against Amazon and Google, they need a device that is affordable enough for people to buy 3 or 4 for their entire house. By keeping the price low while providing a brain transplant that makes the speaker exponentially smarter than its competitors, Apple is positioning the HomePod Mini 2 to be the undisputed king of the smart home in 2026. If you're currently using the original Mini, or worse, a competitor speaker that doesn't respect your privacy, the leap to the Gen 2 is going to feel like moving from a flip phone to an iPhone. The era of the dumb smart speaker is ending, and the era of the AI-powered home hub is about to begin. Keep your eyes on that March event, because the way you interact with your home is about to change forever. As we get closer to the launch, the evidence from retailers like B&H and Target, who are already starting to discount and phase out the original 2020 model, confirms that the transition is imminent. This is a classic Apple move, clearing the shelves for a product that will redefine the category. The HomePod Mini 2 represents more than just a gadget. It's the culmination of Apple's long-term strategy to own the ambient computing space. They don't just want you using their phone. They want their intelligence to be the fabric of your living environment. With on-device AI, superior acoustics, and a security-first approach, the HomePod Mini 2 is set to be the bridge that finally makes the smart home actually smart. For everyone waiting to upgrade, the message is clear. Do not buy a smart speaker today. Wait for the S10 chip, wait for the N1 connectivity, and wait for the privacy-focused AI that only Apple could deliver. The future of your home is small, spherical, and incredibly powerful.